Hello, my name is Brendan Geisler, and I went ahead and researched my future position, desired future position as being a VFX artist and compositor from jobhero.com. Employers usually prefer VFX artists to have a degree in graphic arts or a similar field, as well as one that is consisted in experience to 3 years, usually, of relevant experience. CGI, computer generated imagery, is a blanket term used to describe digital VFX. So you have something called texture artist that is able to replicate obviously textures to make it look real. You also have character modeling or specify in more detail oriented things. How much is there a yearly income within this field? I wanted to better understand with the knowledge and artistic skill what payment would look like. And according to ZipRecruiter, the average pay range from visual effects artists varies modestly up to 46,000, which suggests there might be fewer opportunities in advancement based on this on a skill level, but increased pay based on location and years of experience is still possible. I was able to get in contact with an artist to have an interview with me, and her name was Mila Young from Savannah, Georgia. Now, a little bit of background about Mila Young is Mila graduated from Savannah, Georgia a year ago. Her specialty is compositing 2D elements together in After Effects. She cleans up images and replaces logos and backgrounds and foreign elements is more of her areas of specialty. She's worked on projects spanning from Jack's Clock and since collaborated with large teams of VFX artist house like VFX and Art Studios, a small but busy production studio in Georgia as well as in Florida. So kind of discussing with her and picking her brain a little bit about some of the ins and outs of what her experience of VFX work has been like, or some pros and cons. And the first would be the pros, which is Mila told me since she graduated, she has gotten gigs consistently for this year. She told me that she's worked on 3 different projects this month alone. Mila states that starting work on your small projects and create things, then learn how these tools can make you a better storytellers in terms of hardware or anything else you can do, can make you a better artist as well as a better VFX artist. So kind of, listening to her in those respects, there's a lot of work that is entailed with VFX work. A lot of time and effort. Usually there's 20 to 70-hour work weeks that are possible to happen depending on the project. She's also told me that, finding work based on her experience has not been too difficult. This field have known to grow into the next 10 years. According to Glassdoor, this field is known to grow about 30 to 40% the next 10 years, and it needs people that knows how to work this, but also to work on small project is an important aspect of becoming a good VFX artist. Consistency in projects are the cornerstone of what makes you a better artist. The thing is, by working on what you love, people will start naturally asking you about possible jobs and to make their projects better. There was a quote that she said that was kind of interesting that was really cool, that she was talking about Blizzard, which is a video game company, but has known to do VFX work as well, because video games and film are very similar in many aspects. But there was like 40 of the best employees who work at at Blizzard, and what they do is every Friday they're known to meet up and screen their stuff, and each one of them kind of really critiques each other and says why their things weren't as good, because through critiquing and through saying how one can become better, um, you can become better even if you're the best. There's always a room for improvement. um, and I also thought that one of the cool pros about it was that the ability to travel to different locations, assisting others in different sets, seems like an adventure that I would enjoy as well. And the added uh, possibility of not having to stay there for months on end, but rather stay there for a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, compared to several months, which I think is interesting. Cons, the first career in the film industry, what Mila was talking to me about, based off of her research, is that you'll probably not get a field that you'll want to do, or really enjoy, but this allows you to put yourself into a certain situation for the possibility of becoming better, and getting a position that you actually want. um, and again, another con that I said before is that, again, 20 to 70-hour work weeks is a very high possibility, depending on what you agree to. And another thing that kind of stuck out to me is this idea of more, or a tendency for crazy deadlines to occur. So the ability to say work on a project and have a turnaround time that is sometimes unrealistic, um, which occurs quite often. So something to look out for, something to really understand. Altogether, I learned that investing in learning new plugins and programs, depending on what you're doing, is a way to be successful in this business. There's also influences of technology crossover from video game programs, like I said, and that this position is known to grow in the next coming years. And diving more into it with Mila, I think I would really want to expand further on my knowledge of how to become a VFX artist.